Hi guys, welcome back to another Violin tutorial. The song I'm going to be doing is Heist, obviously by Lindsey Stirling. The reason why I chose to do this song is just because a few days ago, or I believe it was last week, Lindsey uploaded her Heist music video, and if you guys haven't checked that out, it is like a really cool video that she made. And plus, like, now that it's getting more recognition, I do believe that I should be doing this kind of tutorial in case a lot of people want to do this. And I did not ignore any requests, like the chorus part of Mirror House, or now first of all, I've been getting a lot of requests from Roundtable Rival. The only problem is I don't know how to play that song. If I want to learn how to play it, I would have to listen to note by note, rhythm by rhythm, and then write it down on a sheet music or use noteflight.com, and then I would then learn a song from there and then do a tutorial off of that. And also, people have been asking me to do like Shatter Me. I can't do that either. Other stuff like maybe Shadows, Ascendance. I'm going to do Ascendance cover first, and then I should be able to do, any other stuff beyond that. But for now, let's move on to Heist. The exact part that I'm going to be doing is the chorus part, which, of course, the one that shows up frequently. And if you guys don't know what the chorus is, this is what I'm talking about. Now I can say this though, I think this one's going to be slightly easier because there's mostly eighth notes. It's just that the tempo note, or the tempo speed of the quarter note is just slightly faster. Maybe I would say 170 beats per minute. And this song is in the key of D minor, or like F major, or whatever you want to call it. I say D minor. It only has one flat, and it's the B flat, either the low second on the G string or the low one on the A string, or the low 4 on the E string. That's the only note that's like, that's not natural. Now, as I mentioned earlier before, this part of the song has like mostly eighth notes and a few quarter notes, and there is only like one beat, just only one beat, not one section, but one beat that has just a set of 4 16th notes, and all they just do is just go down. Those are the 4 notes. Alright, so in order, the first measure is going to consist of 1 quarter note, and then 2 eighth notes, and then 2 eighth notes and a quarter note. The quarter note and the 2 eighth notes are slurred, and then the next 2 eighth notes and the last quarter note is slurred. So it's just down and up. And those are the notes. It's open D, open A, low 1 to make the B flat, and then open string, or the up bow, is open A, and then F natural, which is your second finger, low second on the D string, and then open D. So the quarter notes is just the D and then the D. The rest of the notes in between are eighth notes. D, A, B, A, F, D. And that's all the first measure. The next measure is just 4 eighth notes slurred at once, and it's A, B flat, A, F, and then a half note open D going up bow. So that's the first 2 measures. This is also slightly easier because you're dealing with a lot of open strings, but there's going to be a problem when you're just doing a lot of string crossing, which I'll get to later. The next, I would say 2 measures because they're somewhat connected. It's going to be a quarter note G on the E string, which is your low second. And then this rhythm is going to be slightly complicated, but once you get used to it, it'll be easier. It is an eighth note A, slurred with a dotted quarter note G. Just like that, eighth note A, which is the third finger, and then dotted quarter note G. Now the fourth beat of this is just A and G going down bow, and they're both eighth notes, by the way. And then that G is tied with another eighth note G in the next measure. And then up bow is 3 eighth notes slurred, and it's A, G, low first F on the E string, and then open E, going down bow, and then C natural was your low second on the A string, So if I were to play those two measures together, it would sound like. Now, you guys are probably wondering how you would count that, especially the first measure, because it has that eighth note and then a dotted quarter note after that. Basically, like, the first note is the first beat, which is that G, and then the last beat are those two eighth notes, A and G. So it's just. So it's just basically. If you were to play it fast, just like that. And now the next measure is a D going down bow. And this is where the 4/16 note comes in play. Now, luckily about this one, it's all up bow, so you don't have to worry about how fast you're moving your bow. So like I said, the first measure, or the first note of that measure was a D. And then the 4/8 notes, open A, F, open D, and then A on the G string, which is your first finger. So it's like this. Just like that. The more you keep practicing, all you're worrying about is your second finger on the D string and then the first finger on the A string. Other than that, the other two notes are open A and then open D. So it's just open A, second finger F, open D, and then first finger A. Just these two fingers. You only have to worry about these two fingers. Ooh, that was bad. But luckily, even though it's going really fast, you won't be the audience or whoever's listening won't be able to tell that it's out of tune because the notes go by really fast. You can easily get away with it. Just like that. And now the last two beats of that measure is open D, F, third down bow, eighth notes, and the last two eighth notes that start up bow is open A. Actually, fourth finger A, fourth finger on the D string, and then it's D, F, A, F. So that whole measure by itself would be. Actually, I actually use open A because I'm more used to the string crossing in this song in particular. But if you want to use fourth finger just to get that smooth feeling, then it's completely up to you. But for me, I was actually more used to the open A. Like that. Next measure is D, A, and then F, and then D. Again, 4/8 notes, every two is slurred, so down, up, ew, down, up, D, A, F, D. And then the last two beats is A, and then F, quarter notes. And now we move on to the next measure, which is G, open E. You're literally crossing from the D string, skip the A to the E string, so just be careful not to hit the A string as much. And that was G, E, F, E, C. When you're going back down, you're going from E and then A and then D. But when you're going down bow, you're skipping the A string completely. You see that huge jump or leap? And it's like a leap and then slowly get back down. You know, in order to not hit the A string as much, just quickly cross a string. Just make a nice quick snap. And it's more easier instead of doing over here. It's a lot harder doing over here because the weight of the stick or the weight of the bow is like really heavy up here, so it's really hard to do that. But when you're down here, or when the bow's on the string, it's so much quicker. And now the next measure after that is E, F, E, C. All eighth notes going down. Up bow is 2 eighth notes and a quarter note up bow. G, F, E. Next measure. Oh, okay, we're on to the ninth measure, so we covered through the half of it. D, A, B flat. and it's a quarter note, eighth note, eighth note. And that B flat again is the fourth finger. And then that last part was A, F, D. Now the tricky thing about this one is that the D and the A are perfect fifths, so you're gonna have to keep your third finger down. And to make the notes sound as clear as possible, why do I keep looking over here? Because there's a mirror. The camera's right over here. Why am I being so stupid? Anyways, what you want to do is like tilt your wrist slightly. I wouldn't say like do it dramatically, just enough to get from one string to the other. Even if I were to play this like the normal 170 beats per minute fast version, you would still be able to see that slight wrist movement. I'm going to start like a measure behind. See that small movement? So yeah, the first measure was, that was one measure. Next measure after that is A, B flat, A, and then F, all eighth notes, all slurring down bow, and then D going up bow. Even if I were to play this like the normal 170 beats per minute fast version, you would still be able to see that slight wrist movement. I'm going to start like a measure behind. See that small movement? So yeah, the first measure was, that was one measure. Next measure after that is A, B flat, A, and then F, all eighth notes, all slurring down bow, and then D going up bow. So again, it would be like, and did I mention that the D was half note? Yeah. Next measure after that is going to be that really complicated rhythm. I wouldn't say really complicated. It's that quarter note, and then the eighth note, dotted quarter note, and then the two eighth notes. And then again, that G is tied in with another eighth note G. And then those three eighth notes as well, A, G, and F. And now the next part after that, by the way, we're on to the third and fourth beat of the next measure. And that's what it is. Or at least those four. Open E, F, G, A. Now, you have to shift from G, second finger G, to first finger A. Just like that. In order to hit that D. And that D alone is a whole note, so that's basically the whole entire measure. I can't play the D in first position where my thumb is touching like the first fingering area, and then like you have to go to third position. And if you guys don't remember what third position means, that means that your first finger is located on the third fingering when you're on first position. It's like the D is on the A. Your first finger instead of your third finger. And then you throw down your fourth finger to play that D. Next measure is going to start with an up bow, F, G, and then down bow, A, and then up bow, F. All those are quarter notes, and the first two are slurs, starting up bow. Next measure after that is G, which is a quarter note. G, A, eighth notes, up bow. G and open E. Eighth note, slurred, and then quarter note C. That's all one measure. And then 4 eighth notes going down bow. G, A, G, open E. And then half note C. And then to finish off on that chorus, you're gonna go. I mean, you really don't have to shift. You can just throw down your third finger, but what I love to do is just like, just gliss, going from first position to third position, so you get the nice slide. Instead of, because it sounds more cool with the slide. Okay, so that was basically all 16 measures of that song. Yes, 16 measures. I feel like this tutorial went by quicker than the other ones because this one's like less detailed, but still a really fun song to play, especially when you're playing it like the normal speed version. What we're gonna do now is start off with like a slow tempo, and then like my other tutorials, just build your way up. Just play along with me if you want to, or you can just watch me be an idiot, and then just like watch me just like build up the tempo until like, I get to the actual tempo. But if any of you guys are following me, I'm going to start off with 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, let's boost this up a little bit faster. 1, 2, ready, go. Oops. Sorry for you guys who are following along, got lost, but I just messed up on that last part. So I'm going to start off with a faster tempo, maybe 1, 2, ready, go. Alright guys, 1, 2, ready, go. A little bit faster, but not the actual tempo. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, ready guys for the actual tempo at 170 beats per minute. I don't know how to like play it at the top of my head, but pretty close. Alright, 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Sounds like Beyond the Veil at some parts. People were getting a little bit confused between, I mean, this was a long time ago. People were getting confused between, like, oh, is Beyond the Veil and Heist the same? It sounds like the same. It's like the thing with Elements and Crystallize, and maybe like Take Flight and then ZZ's Journey, or something like that. But yeah, this was Heist, at least the chorus part, and Right now it shows my timer on my laptop shows like 25 minutes. Yeah, 25 minutes. So obviously I'm going to be cutting out a lot of parts, and this will be reduced to maybe like a less than a 20-minute video, or maybe 16 if I'm lucky. Otherwise, this could be like a really simple and easy tutorial, and I could say this tutorial was this tutorial was quite easy compared to like Take Flight, Electric Daisy Violin, and my last one, which was Master of Tides. That one was actually quite hard. Actually, Transcendence was the hardest elements. I don't know, but again, thank you guys so much for watching this, and if any of you guys don't know, I'm doing like a new playthrough series of Super Mario 64. I still have my Nintendo 64. Everything's working, and if any of you guys have been watching it, you guys know how mad I really get if I mess up. But you guys haven't seen nothing yet because I already pre-recorded my 3rd episode and my 4th episode. I even made like a highlight video, and I'm going to upload the highlights after I'm done uploading the 4th one. And believe me, I was upset. I'm not going to spoil anything. I just want to say I was upset, like very upset. And you can tell because I uploaded my girliest rage scream ever, because I could scream like really loud if I get upset. Only off of games, not in real life. People think I'm weird, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this. I can't wait to do more tutorials. I just can't wait for this year to be really good. And as always, stay awesome. Bye bye.